Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now, today I'm going to be talking about the Martinsville weekend for Cup, Xfinity, and the Truck Series. But before we get into that, let's first talk about next week's scheduled race, which is at Texas Motor Speedway, once again for Cup, Xfinity, and the Truck Series. So Friday, April 12th at 4:05 and 4:35 p.m. Eastern Time will be practice qualifying for the Truck Series. Both of them will be on FS1. 6 and 6:30 p.m. will be practice and qualifying for the Xfinity Series. Both of them once again on FS1. And then at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time will be the Truck Series race for the running of the SpeedyCatch.com 250. That'll be on FS1, MRN, and Sirius XM. Saturday, April 13th at 10:35 a.m. and 11:20 a.m. will be practice and qualifying for the Cup Series. Both of them will be on FS1, PRN, and Sirius XM. Now 1:30 p.m. will be the Xfinity Series race for the running of the Andy's Frozen Custom 300. That'll be on FS1, PRN, and Sirius XM. And then finally, Sunday, at the Cup Series race at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the running of the Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 400. That'll be on FS1, PRN, and Sirius XM. So let's now have a look now at the Truck Series results. And the winner of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series at Martinsville is Christian Eckes. Then we have Ty Majeski, Chase Purdy, Nick Sanchez, Tyler Ankrum, Taylor Gray, Roger Cruz, Sammy Smith, Caden Honeycutt, and Corey Heim ran out of top 10. And Mason Massey, Matt Crafton, Daniel Dye, Ben Rhodes, and Lane Riggs ran out of top 15. So, let's talk about first, I guess a bit of bias here on my end, that being an Australian driver made their NASCAR debut, that being Cameron Waters. Obviously, Supercars driver just like Shane Van Gisbergen, Brady Kostecki, and earlier as well like Marcus Ambrose. He came in as well in his first start, which didn't really go too well. He was running in 11th, and then he was caught up in a wreck in turn 3, and then he basically took himself out by taking his own teammate Jake Garcia out with him. Obviously Garcia, I think he obviously recovered to continue. But Cam Waters, he was leaking waters. What's the caution this time for? Oh, fucking Lane Riggs again? Oh, hi. Oh, okay. Now Waters is gone. So obviously that was just some joking around, obviously, because of his last name. Another one as well, I want to talk about is Lane Riggs, like, because he spun out like 1,500 times, I swear, in this race. I don't think anything was actually in his fault, I'm pretty sure. But it was just a horrendous day for Lane Riggs, even though he started in third. And he was running in the top 3 for quite a while of the race as well, then he just got fucked over and spun out multiple times. So, unlucky there for Riggs, but he bounced back to finish in 15th place, which is still not too bad. Just, I think obviously he would be a lot happier if it was in the top 10. And I guess the big one was Stuart Friesen versus Timmy Hill. Yes, Timmy Hill. Someone who I don't really talk about that much, considering that he's mainly, he's obviously in the owner driver's position. And his truck is not really, I mean, it's actually not that bad. It's mainly like a top 20 truck, I'll be honest. But they had beef, mainly because after the race, Stuart Friesen took out his anger at Timmy Hill after the race. Due to you.
The bottom of your screen.
Frustration after a rough night for Stuart Friesen.
What? Timmy Hill didn't do anything.
A little bit. Trying to try something for the playoffs. That's the one that matters. So,
Oh, there it is. Here it is. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Look at him. Oh, damn. Look at him. Look at Timmy Hill. Look at Timmy Hill. Look at him go. Oh, damn. He's pissed. Look at him. Oh, shit. Oh, Timmy Hill's ripping Stuart Friesen a new one. And that makes sense. Stuart Friesen's a dumbass. Now, obviously, I was not happy that Friesen took out Timmy Hill because, I mean, he didn't do jack shit. I mean, Stuart Friesen should be taking his anger at other drivers, you know, like, especially like the young drivers that ran him over. Because there's quite a few drivers that did run him over. Like, seriously, I don't know why he took his anger at Timmy Hill. That's what I'm more pissed off about. Like, I can understand Stuart Friesen's frustrations, but you shouldn't really take your anger at someone who didn't do jack shit to you. You're just making it worse. You're making the situation way worse. But that's just Stuart Friesen for you as a whole. He's just a bit of a dumbass in my opinion. But I think he does recognize he did screw up massively, and if you get Timmy Hill angry, oh, you definitely did something very, very bad. So, yeah, I guess that's something to learn to learn from full student reason. Do not take your anger at another driver who didn't do anything to you. Otherwise, your ass is gonna get chewed massively. So, yeah, I mean, it was a good race. Some beating and banging obviously because it was Martinsville, not really surprised. It was pretty clean in stage 1 and stage 2, and then at the end, and then when we get like 25 to go, that was kind of where the chaos really turned. So, yeah, but either way, it was a decent race though from the Truck Series. Let's now have a look at the other finishes outside of the top 15. Tanner Gray, he was kind of nowhere. I mean, he was like all over the place, but he finished down 16th. Stuart Freeze and Timmy Hill, both of them arguing 19th and 20th. Jay Garcia, like I mentioned beforehand, got ran over by Cam Waters. He finishes out in 21st. Who else? Matt Mills. Shout out to him, who had his hood fly up like 15 times as well. Cam Waters, unlucky there for him, but obviously he was running pretty well in the race, but he was just caught up in other people's mess. Justin Carroll, he just got bent hard into the outside wall, including Dean Thompson as well. And down in last place is the number 20 Young's Motorsports truck of Blake Lothian, as he finishes out in 34th due to overheating problems. Let's now have a look at the Xfinity Series results. And the winner of the NASCAR Xfinity Series at Martinsville is Aric Almirola. Yes, he'll actually be able to go to victory lane this time for Joe Gibbs Racing. Then are Sam Mayer, Chandler Smith, Carson Quaffle, Justin Allgaier, Sheldon Creed, Sammy Smith, Cole Custer, Jesse Love, and Josh Williams getting his first top 10 for College Racing, ran out of the top 10. And Shane Van Gisbergen, Parker Kligerman, Taylor Gray, Brendan Poole, and Anthony Alfredo ran out of the top 15. So, actually, first of all, before we get into the race, one driver failed to qualify, that being Ryan Vargas from Mike Harmon Racing. Now let's talk about the race. Firstly, there was a stack up for the restart for stage 2. And basically what happened is that Brandon Jones just missed a gear, and it was just a full, continuous stack up, basically. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, boy. Massive stack up. What a stack up that was. So many good drivers are in there. I saw Allmendinger, Austin Hill. Austin Hill, I think it's done. Corey Heim, Jeremy Clements. That's a massive accident. Obviously, the biggest driver, which was a part of that wreck, was obviously Austin Hill. I think he's got to like a top 5, top 10 streak since the very start of the season, and now it has come to an end here in this race. Pretty unlucky there, I'll be honest, because he was running. He had this may be like the worst car he probably had. I'll be honest. Very early on, he was maybe like max 8th place, maybe a car. He wasn't really one of the best. The best cars were obviously Aric Almirola and Chandler Smith, and much later on Sam Mayer. Those three were maybe the best cars of the day. So, I mean, it's just unlucky there for Austin Hill. Jeremy Clements also getting massive damage. Corey Heim is all pretty unlucky there for him. Parker Redslev, feel bad for him as well. I think Jeb Burton got some damage as well. Riley Herbst. Matt Benedetto also just sneaking his way by on the outside, which is pretty good to see. But other than that, it was just a simple missed gear, I'll be honest, from Brandon Jones. While the race was going on, and it got there was some chaos there, but I guess to really turn the heat up, there was a crash at the front stretch. Burt basically had a tire going down. I've been turned full, and then there was just a stack up in the front stretch. Oh, caution! Caution? Who's caution for? Oh, shit. That's a massive one. Jeb Burton again is in it. Jeremy Clements as well. Kyle Sieg. Snyder. That's... Alright, let's do this all over again. Oh, God. I mean, this one only had, 3 cars in, so it wasn't really that bad. But, I mean, there was an OT. It did go to NASCAR overtime. So, I guess it kind of caused all this mayhem as well. at the very last lap of the race as well. But with that out of the way, Aric Almirola, I mean, he was the car to beat in this day. I mean, he was just so good. I mean, obviously it was Chandler Smith, which probably had the second best car, and then he kind of fell back due to strategy and just tire wear and stuff. But it was definitely mainly Aric Almirola as the car to beat. So yeah, and also speaking of Almirola, he was also winner of the Dash for Cash, the first race for the Dash for Cash series or thing. I'm not really too sure what to really call it, but pretty sure next will be Texas. Almirola won't be in it, but I'm pretty sure it'll be Sam Mayer, Chandler Smith, Justin Allgaier, and Sheldon Creed. Those four will be the Dash for Cash drivers. And I think this one was Almirola, Chandler Smith, Kligerman, and I'm not really too sure what the other one is, but obviously I'll probably put up on post edit. But either way, Aric Almirola not only walking away with a victory, but also with basically being 100k richer, basically. So let's now have a look at the other finishes outside of the top 15. Where do I start? Hailie Deegan spun, I'm pretty sure, pretty early on in this race, and somehow fielded that car up to 18th. That is very impressive from her. Ryan Sieg also spun out as well, I'm pretty sure, at some point during the race. Riley Herbst part of that wreck in the last lap, and also the stack up as well. Ryan Ellis, Brandon Jones, both in was part of that wreck as well. Who else? Jared Burden, part of the little crash at the front stretch. Austin Hill, Corey Heim, AJ Allmendinger as well, and Parker Kligerman. All of them was part of the stack up by Brandon Jones missing the gear. And down in last place is Akinori Ogata with brake issues for the number 35 Joey Gase Racing, I think it was. So yeah, pretty unlucky there though for Ogata. Let's now have a look at the Cup Series results. And the winner of the NASCAR Cup Series at Martinsville is William Byron. Then we have Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Bubba Wallace, Ryan Blaney, Joe Logano, Tyler Reddick, Alex Bowman, Ryan Preece, and Chase Briscoe ran out the top 10. Then Denny Hamlin, Eric Jones, Todd Gilliland, Ross Chastain, and Chris Buescher ran out of top 15. This was basically a picture-perfect day for Hendrick Motorsports, as they were celebrating the 40th anniversary, I'm pretty sure, for the team, which is why that all the Hendrick Motorsports drivers had a ruby colored. So Bowman is all down in 8th place, also had ruby colors, but ultimately the top 3 occupied it all by Hendrick Motorsports. Just like I said, an absolute dream day for Hendrick Motorsports, considering as well that Rick Hendrick himself could not make it because he had knee surgery, I believe. Hopefully he is okay now. But I mean, still a wonderful day if you are a HMS fan. What else? Denny Hamlin, he was leading late into the race until a caution came out. I'm pretty sure by Jonathan Nemechek, he was just war riding the whole thing with a flat tire. But he gambled on it and didn't really pay off well, finishing down in 11th place. He was maybe the only driver, like non-HMS driver, who could actually compete against it. But Bubba Wallace obviously was up there as well for most of the day. So definitely Bubba and Danny, both of them were maybe the best non-Chevy drivers. But but it probably was Bubba. I think Bubba was definitely like the best non-Chevy driver and non-HMS driver, I should also say as well, finishing in 4th place. One Toyota driver as well, Christopher Bell, had a nightmare of a weekend, being slow in practice, qualifying, spinning out as well during the race. It was just a nightmare day for Christopher Bell, so he definitely wants to forget about this whole weekend, because that was shocking from Christopher Bell. Let's now have a look now at the other finishes outside of the top 15. Yes, not a lot of stuff. Generally, nothing happened in this race, I'll be honest. Carson Hurt's fault. I think he had like a penalty at some point. Finishes down in 17th. Well, Josh Berry, obviously a short track racer himself, finished only 25th, which is a bit disappointing, but that's alright. Christopher Bell, like I mentioned before, that finishes out in 35th, so not a good day for him. Jonathan Nemechek, like I mentioned before, cut a tie down and was basically riding the wall. He finishes down in 36th, and down last place is David Starr for MBM Motorsports, who had steering problems. Let's now have a look at the Truck Series standings. So here are the standings now after the Truck Series race at Martinsville, and Ty Majeski now moves up into the championship lead, 7 points in front of both Corey Heim and Tyler Ankrum. Then you have Christian Eckers, Taylor Gray, Nick Sanchez, Roger Cruz, Matt Crafton, Greta Finger, and Ben Rhodes ran out of the top 10. then Tanner Gray and Jake Garcia in 11th and 12th. No new winner here, as Christian Eckes is the first multiple-time winner in the 2024 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Obviously, him, Corey Heim, Nick Sanchez, and Roger Cruz, all those 4 drivers have locked themselves into the playoffs. Let's now have a look at the Xfinity Series standings. So here are the standings now of the NASCAR Xfinity Series at Martinsville. Chandler Smith still in the lead only by 10 points over Austin Hill, and Cole Custer, Jesse Love, Riley Herbst, AJ Allmendinger, Justin Allgaier, Parker Kligerman, Sammy Smith, Brandon Jones around out the top 10, and Sheldon Creed and Anthony Alfredo in 11th and 12th. I don't think there was actually any up and down changes, so it is still exactly the same as it was before, but all is that Chandler Smith has extended his points lead only by 10 points over Austin Hill, and it's still both those drivers still in the playoffs as of right now. Chandler Smith and Austin Hill, considering that Aric Almirola is only a part-time driver, not a full-time driver. So let's now have a look at the Cup Series standings. So here is the Cup Series standings. Kyle Larson is now your points leader, only 14 points in front of Martin Truex Jr., then Denny Hamlin, William Byron, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Ty Gibbs, Rawls Chastain, Tyler Reddick, and Alex Bowman ran out the top 10. Then Christopher Bell and Bubba Wallace in 11th and 12th. Christopher Bell, the biggest loser, five positions down from his original spot. Byron gets his 3rd win of the season, so I think it was at least him, Hamlin, Larson, Bell, and Suarez, I believe. I think those are your only winners and current playoff drivers as well. Everyone else is still looking for a playoff berth. So now, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. It will really help me, especially on this channel. Just a reminder as well that next week's schedule race is at Texas Motor Speedway for Cup, Xfinity, and the Truck Series. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.